We're back on CEW finale, the last episode of CEW ever. And it's time for the main event of the evening. Ding ding ding! The following bout is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the CEW World Heavyweight Champion. And it's set to be the final match in CEW history. Introducing first, from the Gateway City, weighing at 124 pounds, he is the current and reigning CEW World Heavyweight Champion, Dennis Cage. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is your feature main event. And Dennis Cage about to defend the CEW Championship against a mystery opponent, as announced on Facebook. Dennis Cage lost his online world title to Adele in the first match of the night earlier tonight. It's past 1 a.m. in the morning. It's officially 2011. It turned into 2011 in our last match. Dennis Cage with a second mystery opponent. Earlier, his mystery opponent was at Vale, and he lost the world online title. Dennis Cage with a mystery opponent. Let's find out who it is. Wait a minute. Really? That's his mystery opponent? We have some technical difficulties with the music. And his opponent, Jason. Jason's about to face Dennis Cage for the World Heavyweight Championship. Jason and Dennis Cage faced off a lot in the year 2010. So it's only right that we end the year of 2010 with this bout. And we kick off 2011 with Jason versus Dennis Cage. What a way to end an era of CEW. These two face each other at Street Brawl in April of 2010 in a street fight. We got a lot of ratings on that one for YouTube. They also face each other in the last man standing match at Male War, which Dennis retained the backyard title and the world's heavyweight title. Again, this is our last event of CEW. CEW started in 2004. Our first recorded event was in November 19 of 2005. And we've been wrestling in the backyard ever since. Ring the bell. Ding ding ding. This match is an exhibition match. One fought to a finish for the World Heavyweight Championship. Oh, the first match in CEW, I remember back in the day, it was APJ versus Dennis Cage, and what a way to end it, with Dennis Cage taking on Jason. Oh, what a takedown that was by Dennis Cage. 1, 2, 2 count. Back in the day, Dennis Cage, the first match, he competed in the first match of CEW against APJ, which was a #1 contenders match back in 2005. Dennis Cage started in CEW as Dennis Young, and he's finishing off as Dennis Cage. Jason also competed in CEW in 2005, I might add. 1. He's choking him. That's illegal. Come on. Jason didn't receive a title shot into 2010, but he never actually won the world title. Dennis Cage has been our hardcore champion in the past. He was the first and only, well, he modified the hardcore title to backyard title, and then he modified it into the online title. Oh, chokeslam by Jason. Jason has delivered that chokeslam many times. 1, 2 count. And another, that was a kick out. This guy has been feuding since April. These guys can't stand each other. Earlier tonight, a few moments ago, it was a brutal match. A false count anywhere match between Adrian and D2 Diz. That feud escalated into something historic tonight, and that feud came to an end a few minutes ago between Adrian and D2 Diz. Adrian getting the victory over D2 Diz, getting his revenge because D2 Diz, remind you, he retired Adrian. And tonight, all the legends were allowed to be here, including Adrian. We actually invited, hold on, 1, 2 count. We invited APJ, Rob Styles, and other wrestlers who were in CEW in the past, but weren't CEW in 2010. They were invited to tonight's finale of CEW, but no one showed up but Adrian, the only one who was actually not in contract anymore. This is the final episode, so we allowed Adrian to be here, and he got his revenge on D2 Diz. Oh, what a spear by Dennis Cage! I think Jason's boot caught his nuts here. His nuts. He's down. 1, 2, 3. This is for the world title. The last bout of CW. 1, 2 count. Dennis Cage may leave the last champion ever, or Jason could be history in the making, win his first world title here in CW. Dennis Cage lost the online title to El Feo earlier, and El Feo won his first lost his first championship here in CW. El Feo won his first CW championship, becoming online champion. That was historic. What a way to end our era of CW. It would be better if Jason could win the title and finish off the era with Jason being champion, but we'll see. But right now it looks like that is a possibility, as Jason is dominating against Dennis Cage. Again, ladies and gentlemen, it's past 1 a.m. It's actually 1:13 in the morning. We've been wrestling since New Year's Eve, and now it's officially 2011. I remember Jason's first match was against D2 Diz, and actually it was Jason in his old gimmick as, what's it called, Shadow of Death. And his head bouncing off the side of the trample ring, the springs hurting the skull of Jason. We've seen a lot of things here in CEW, from Jason chokeslamming Dennis Cage off the street sign at Street Brawl, Jason, to Dennis Cage flying off the fence and delivering a harsh elbow to Adrian. That was a dark match about last year. We've seen a lot of things here in CEW. And we like to wish you and your family a happy new year from CEW. Dennis Cage getting the momentum, chipped it back in his control. Again, this is the final match in CEW history. Jason has never defeated Dennis Cage for the world title. This is Jason's final opportunity, and he deserves it. CEW management had a hard time figure out Dennis Cage's opponent.
I'm gonna retain my
Who
title.
deserved the last shot at the CEW title? They decided Jason deserved it. Before we end the era of CEW, let's see if Jason could win the title. Let's give him one last chance. Who will have the honor of being called our last CEW World Champion? Dennis Cage is severely damaged from the back. He's got the weapon. Oh, what a shot to the back. Oh, perhaps returning the favor, because if you remember the last man standing match, that tray of McDonald's was used by Dennis Cage and actually put Jason down for the 10 count at Mayo War. So this is Jason's retribution. Oh. Dennis Cage is down. Jason is entering the ring. One, two count. Ladies and gentlemen, my favorite match of all time in CW, my favorite moment of all time in CW, without a doubt, has to be the moment that Dennis Cage took out and retired APJ with a chair and make him bleed, send him packing to the hospital in June 23rd, 2006. One, two, wait, foot on the spring, Dennis. So that was my favorite moment in CW, when Dennis Cage took out APJ. One, two, he's got the spring. But it's hard to pick my favorite moment. We had a lot of great ones. We've been doing CW since 2005. So it's been nearly 6 years of CW backyard wrestling promotion. Oh, I did it was a little bit wrong. That should be considered a blooper. There are no redos in wrestling. What's he doing? It's freaking cold at Mayo War. These two had a match. It was hot. I said it was like wrestling in an oven. Tonight, it's like we're wrestling inside a freezer. It's freaking cold. It's 1:17 a.m. January 1st, 2011. What a way to kick off the year. Then with the final match of Championship Extreme Wrestling. The reason we're having our CW finale is because Dennis Cage, D2 this, all the CW competitors, we're all going pro. One, two count. Dennis Cage is going to be trained, and he's going to be starting training in the start of 2011. Later this month, along with D2 this and other wrestlers from Laredo. Oh. But again, you could follow D2 this and Dennis Cage on Twitter, so you could find out what they do after CW is long gone from YouTube. Oh, what a shot that was after dancing like a fool. Again, to follow D2 this on Twitter, go to twitter.com/D2days. Or you could go to his Facebook,